Hello and welcome to a Not So Awesome review. Today we're looking at the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron Darth Vader's TIE Advance, number 16 in the line. So TIE Advance is another starfighter class. It is one of our smallest vehicles that we've gotten so far, and it looks really good. It's very simple, not the most intuitive thing, but it's for what it is, it's not bad. I'm gonna get back into that price thing where I think it should be cheaper, but we'll save that for later or for a different video so I don't have to ramble on here too much. The TIE Advance does come with what you would expect, which is Darth Vader, who looks really good for his size. The detail on him, again, really nice, sculpted on. The cape is a nice rubbery material, though you can't put it in the ship. It won't bend. So if it was cloth, probably would be better, but that would be a very small piece of cloth as well. And doing my best to get a closer look at Vader, it's really difficult because it is all black and shiny. The cape does come off, maybe a little bit too easy, but it does pop in really easy as well. But behind the camera, not as easy to do. Like I said, it is rubber. I like it. My only issue with this is that when you have Vader inside TIE Fighter, you have nowhere to store this. My advice is, honestly, if you're going to throw it with packaging, keep these little things and just put it in there and put this away. I feel like this is going to be a little bit harder to get lost than this by itself, but there's still the possibility. So if maybe you have one of the other ships, the Falcon or the Razor Crest, you could probably just put the cape in there and keep everything stored, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing. I'm not really sure, but Vader himself, again, looks really good. It's hard to see the detail because he is a nice, shiny, glossy black and everything, but yeah, he definitely looks really nice. They didn't paint on any of the buttons on his chest or anything. They did give him a silver belt buckle, though, and does he actually have his lightsaber hilted? I don't know. I don't think he does. So that's a little bit disappointment. He doesn't have his lightsaber on. Wish he did. They could have just done it on his leg like they did Obi-Wan. I don't know why they didn't put it. But anyways, his arms can move forward and down, and his legs can move forward and back. So he can sit inside his TIE Advance pretty much no problem. And let's just switch the angle here really quick. So taking a closer look at Vader's TIE Advance, the detail on it is really nice, really clean design. As it should be. Empire did keep their vehicles and troopers and everybody looking nice and shiny and brand new. It does have paneling throughout the body, though there is no wash. Like I said, it is clean, so it doesn't pop as much as some of the other ships, but it still looks really good. It looks like it does in the movie. The black on it is painted really nice. Everything about it just looks really good. It has that gray-blue hue to it that you're used to from the movies and everything. Reminds me a lot of the Power of the Force one, which I unfortunately don't own yet. That's one of the only ones I'm missing from the Power of the Force, at least ship lines, is one of these. But it's something I'll try and get in the future. One thing I do want to mention is taking this out of packaging, you might lose a wing, which don't be scared or worried. They do pop off. Both of them, you can just pop off one wing, pop off the other. So we can kind of simulate some crash landings if you really wanted to or something, which is actually really cool, really nice. You can see we have the stamp right there and all the legal stuff on the other wing, so they're kind of out of the way when it's on the ship itself, which is nice. There is detailing on the inside, and like I said, the black on it is painted, for the most part, really, really nice. Looks good. And then just popping that back on, it's not really an issue. Just slide it in there. Slide it in there. Of course, TIE fighters, any type of TIE vehicle, from what I remember, doesn't really have any type of landing gear, so don't expect anything like that. It's really just held up by the wings from what I remember, or I think in one of the other movies they were held up by like a claw or something. The back here does go up like so, and there is a peg to keep that pegged in. See more detail in the engine and everything. I'm not sure what this is for. I tried like looking stuff up on the TIE Advance. I watched an entire video on it and they didn't mention this at all, so I don't know if this is just like them adding some cool extra detail, like look, it opens in one more place because we needed to do something to make it look a little bit better, or if that works as a brake, which to me would make sense because, well, it just does. But anyways, it does do that, and like I said, there's a peg to make sure it won't be coming off when you're just flying it around and everything. You can open the top of the canopy right here. There is a little tab right there which I can't get my nail, there we go, like that. And we do have an interior that looks really nice. It's pretty good detail. It's not the greatest, you know, there's no little sculpt work on the actual controls, but the controls are more or less there and it looks good. We can get Vader and sit him down and put him inside like so. If, you know, he wants to go in, there we go. Just close that up. And unfortunately, it's really hazy in there, so you can't really see him inside through the glass, which it sucks. I do like it when we can see the pilot inside. It's one thing I really liked about the X-Wing is you can definitely see Luke in there. Same with the Razor Crest, you can see Mando more or less, but the Falcon, you can't really see the crew, and with this one, you can't really see Vader all that easily. It is a tinted color as well, but it's fine. It matches. It looks good. If you want to get Vader out, the easiest way is the button on the bottom right here, which you just push. It pops open the canopy. Then you can just kind of grab Vader and pull him out like that. Again, unfortunately, no room to put his cape inside anywhere. It would have been nice if they had just gone the extra mile with this part in the back and had like a compartment where you can put the cape. Though it is flat enough that I guess you couldn't really do that. So yeah, it just, I don't know, storage for the cape. That's all I'm asking. But yeah, overall, great design, great looking ship. I'm glad I have it, and it makes me more excited to get some of the TIE fighters because, like I said before, I do want to army build at least a couple of them. At least a couple of them. Maybe if I have like some extra money and I see one in the store, I'll be like, yeah, you know what, I'll get a third, maybe a fourth, but it is where it is. It's a developing line. I'm gonna see where it goes, but anyways. Here we have the TIE Advance next to the X-Wing, and you can see the size difference is pretty good. It's a lot taller, but definitely shorter, as it should be. So again, they're doing a great job with the scale of these vehicles. And here it is next to the Razor Crest. Both of them look really good together. Nothing really else to say here other than here it is with the Millennium Falcon, and they look great together. Would love to do some type of photography of these guys going back to back fighting, just like at the end of the movie. But yeah, and lastly, here we have every other figure that we've reviewed so far. You can see Vader is definitely up there in height along with Chewbacca. They're basically about the same, with Chewie maybe being just a little bit taller, but it is, again, nice to see this little collection of figures growing. You gotta admit, when it comes to collecting like the individual characters, this is definitely the fastest way to kind of fill out your roster, and maybe even the cheapest way considering the prices. $30, $40, $16. You're getting a lot of figures for that price. Of course, they're not as detailed, they're not as big, but it is nice that, you know, just 4 ships in, we have this big of a cast. And, you know, we still have the mystery boxes. If I can find any of those, come with different characters. We still have Obi-Wan's Starfighter. We still have a couple of other things. So it is going to be interesting to see how big this roster gets just with this first kind of series of these figures, and just where they go from here, because there's definitely still a lot of ships that they can do. Anyways, that'll pretty much do it for my review on Darth Vader's TIE Advance. Again, it is a very simple kind of ship compared to some of the other ones. You know, it doesn't have the gimmicks of the S-foils on the X-Wing. Not every panel has to open up or everything, but it's still, for what it is, a very nice ship. The fact that we can take the wings off, it's a good touch. I believe some of the other figures from the Kenner series can do it. If not Kenner, then Hasbro for sure, but it is nice that they kept that feature in there so we can get some kind of like cool action shots of it being shot down and everything, like I said. And yeah, for the price point, still a little expensive to me. Still feel like it should be cheaper, especially this one compared to the X-Wing. The X-Wing, I feel like, is a little bit more involved with the way they kind of designed everything. You know, it has the landing gear, it has the S-foils, the cockpit still has to open, it has R2-D2's little eject button and everything. This one, a little bit less, but yeah, it just feels like it should have been a little bit cheaper. And then when I'm going to get the TIE Fighter, I feel like I'm definitely going to think that one should have been cheaper. But again, price is what it is. We'll be talking about more of this in detail at some point in the future. But for now, I do recommend it. I think it's great. It's a nice little ship to put on your desk, just like the last few. It's a great size, great value, more or less, and not really much else to say, other than hopefully we will have more videos from this line in the future. I haven't ordered any of the other ones yet. I know TIE Fighter is in stock on Target. I'm waiting to get that Slave 1 or Boba Fett ship, as they just want to call it now. But it's a Walmart exclusive. It's not on their website from what I can tell, and my Walmarts haven't started carrying these yet, so hopefully soon. But we'll see how that goes. Until then, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you all later. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.